Uh-oh. Okay. Hope y'all like the birds. Wow, that's unreal. It's a really big coal, but it takes so much work to release it from this board, and that's not my experience with this wood. I'm not sure what it's doing, but got a nice coal there, got a very big bed of dust for it to also collect. Wow, we got 2 coals. Start to work this a little bit. We're going to nurse this one very slowly. Get all that dust to catch. As long as you've got a nice coal and a decent bed of dust, you don't need to rush things. As long as everything is dry, and there's no reason to give it more oxygen and more heat. You'll just burn up everything faster. Alright, let's transfer. Still see how great that's burning. So this is all nice and dry, all that wood I've got there. Now, it's a cool day here today, but it hasn't rained in a while, so I've got the luxury of dry tinder everywhere. Pine needles, leaves. Oh, here's the wind doing my job for me. Get that into the pit. I got no trouble here. Let's just crack this board. And then, so now that we've got our fire, we can start thinking about char cloth. Just got a nice sharp pair of scissors. So the material that you have to use, and there are 2 different types here, are natural materials. No polyester, no synthetics. This here is cotton linen, and it's a nice heavy material. This is going to make excellent char cloth. This right here, which I was told was a canvas material when I bought it as a bag off of Amazon, well, apparently canvas includes polyester. So this, I tried the other day, and just makes nothing but noxious fumes, will not make a good char cloth. So be careful. You can give it a burn test and just lick the edge of it with a lighter, and if it balls up, it will bubble like plastic, that's polyester, and if it just gives a charred edge to it, like this, So this is a natural cotton or linen fiber. This is a little bit thicker, a little bit thinner, and of course the thickest stuff of all, we've got some canvas duck. And this is a heavier stuff, you'd probably make a bag out of it. And also, surprisingly, denim. Now I wasn't sure about it. I know that denim is all cotton, and so I didn't have to worry about any polyesters inside of it, any synthetic materials. I wasn't sure about the weave, I wasn't sure about the thickness of it. Denim is obviously a very tough material, and sometimes with char cloth you need aeration in between the weaves. So the thick material is fine as long as it's a loose weave, which this here is. Wasn't sure about the denim. Tried it the other day. Actually turns out great. Also try out some other, clothing. Just give it the edge test. Just lick it with a flame. If it's not polyester, go ahead and give it a try. Different people have different preferences, and if it's your first time making char cloth, why not try a few different materials? Okay, so I've got my cloth all cut up, and I'm ready to get it into the fire. Now when you're building your fire, you want to let the flames die down a bit. It's just like if you're cooking anything else over the fire. If you're cooking char cloth over the fire, you don't want to be in direct contact with flame, you just want heat. So a nice bed of coals is perfect. And also we're going to use a hearthstone in this case. So I'll put it on the edge like that, bake it for a while, and then I'll turn it around. Make sure it's got even heat. This is a thin tin, so it should cool down quickly. If you open them up too quickly after baking, the tin is actually hot enough to ignite the char cloth. Just bake it for 10 minutes. You don't have to look inside of the tin. Just wait for the smoke in the little hole to stop, and then you should be okay. So let's get our hearthstone in there, which is just a cinder brick. Let's start baking. So I was saying that's just an Altoids tin with the paint scraped off. You're not cooking in it, so you don't have to worry about the paint contaminating anything. And poked a little hole in the top of it, and soon, with enough heat, you'll see smoke start to come out of that hole. It's looking pretty good. You can start to see a little seal right here, and smoke starting to come out of the tin. I move the tin a little bit, and now you can see it really smoking. But this whole time, don't leave it unattended. You want to watch this closely. Now you can see it smoking out the side right there, and I think that's probably because a lot of that cloth is plugging up the hole at the top. And again, that's not a problem. As long as it's oxygen tight and the smoke is allowed to escape. So as the smoke starts to die down, it's probably your heat source. So give the coals a little bit of oxygen, and you'll probably see the smoke come back to life from the tin. Now if it completely stops smoking, no matter how much heat you give it, then we're done. So we're all done baking, and I've got flint and steel here. Let's give this a test. And yeah, you can pick it up and you can hold it like that for a second, that is cool. Cool to touch. Okay, we got some pieces that need longer. Alright, well it's cooled down. Here's some thin stuff that we baked. This, I'm not sure, but this looks like the denim. Yeah, this is the canvas duck. So you don't have to use all of it, but like I was saying before, if you use this thinner material, it's very transparent and it's more likely to catch a spark. It's also more likely to disintegrate and crumble with age. So if you keep this around for a couple of seasons, it's going to turn to garbage. And you're looking for, it's harder with this stuff, but you're looking for little hairs to catch a spark. But there we go. So, kind of hard to see in the light, but we do have, let's see if I can get that angle. We certainly have an ember, and we can put that in some dry grass or tow. Let's try that canvas. You can hear that tear. So that was the harder material. It had more structure to it. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but you can see the hairs on the end of it. That should be a good thing. Yep, that was a great thing. Caught a spark very quickly. So again, not sure if you can see that very well. Try and get that into frame. So far, our scraps are doing great. Let's try the denim. As that peels, you can see it peels nicely. With all these nice little hairs, and those stay intact. That's going to be great. Nothing catching yet. Let's try another edge. Not sure what that is. Let's try another piece. I'm seeing it flame up a little bit, but nothing is catching. Yeah, that caught a spark right there. It burned for a little bit and went out. Can't understand why it would do that. Try another bit of it. Again. Oh, it caught. Okay. That took a while. I'm very surprised by that. I don't know what to say. I'm surprised by that. I had good luck yesterday, and I was really going to recommend it, but I'm not sure anymore. That's sort of why you've got to try out your own materials. But it's worth a shot. So you have any questions, Any comments? Go ahead and post them.